They robbed a bank without stealing money or killing anyone. A week later, the real thief calmly walked out the front door. Before we begin, please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. It really helps small creators like me. Stay till the end for a massive plot twist. In August 2005, inside a small, dimly lit cell, a man sits calmly on a narrow cot. His name is Dalton Russell. He looks straight ahead, unbothered, unhurried, as if time itself has stopped obeying him. And with complete certainty, he speaks. He says he has committed the perfect bank robbery. Sometime earlier, in New York City, on an ordinary day that begins like any other, a group of people walk into a Manhattan bank. They're dressed alike: painter coveralls, work boots, gloves, masks. They move with confidence, not haste, not panic. Each of them introduces himself with the same name: Steve. Within seconds, the bank is no longer a place of business. It becomes a controlled environment. Weapons are raised, not fired, just visible enough to demand obedience. Customers freeze. Employees comply. No screaming, no chows, just shock settling into fear. The doors are sealed. The robbery has begun. Dalton Russell is in charge. He speaks clearly, firmly, and without unnecessary cruelty. Everyone inside the bank is a hostage now, but they are not treated like disposable objects. Instead, they are instructed methodically to follow directions. They are divided into groups, separated, moved into different rooms. Then comes the most unusual instruction. The hostages are told to put on painter coveralls, masks, the exact same outfits as the robbers. Confusion spreads. Identity begins to blur. Faces disappear. Uniformity takes over. From this moment forward, no one inside the bank looks unique anymore. The robbers rotate the hostages. Groups are moved from room to room. Sometimes, without warning, a robber slips into a group. Other times, a robber quietly steps out. No one can track who is who. Everyone looks the same. Everyone sounds the same behind the masks. And fear deepens, not just of the robbers, but of the uncertainty. Inside one of the bank storage rooms, something else is happening. Two of the robbers begin demolishing a wall. Not violently, not sloppily, brick by brick, plaster removed carefully. Then, once the space behind it is revealed, they begin building again. A replacement wall, fake, perfectly aligned, indistinguishable from the original. The work continues in shifts. One destroys, another builds. Time passes. Outside, police cars flood the streets. Sirens fade as the perimeter locks into place. The bank is surrounded. Two detectives take control of the scene. Detective Keith Frazier, Detective Bill Mitchell. They are experienced, serious, and immediately aware that something about this robbery feels different. No frantic demands, no ransom calls, no obvious panic inside. Just control. Too much control. Negotiations begin. Dalton Russell speaks through a voice-modulated system. He is polite, firm, precise. He demands food. Nothing extravagant, just food. The police comply. Pizza boxes are delivered to the bank. What Russell does not know, or pretends not to know, is that inside the boxes are listening devices. Bugs. The police hope to gather intelligence. Voices, accents, clues. The devices activate. They begin recording, and they pick up something unexpected. A man speaking what sounds like Russian. The police assume the robbers may be foreign, organized, possibly extremist, but the language doesn't quite fit. Later, it's identified correctly. Albanian. More specifically, recorded propaganda speeches of Enver Hoxha, the late Albanian communist leader. Old recordings, not live speech, which means one thing. The robbers anticipated surveillance. They planned for it. They fed the police exactly what they expected to hear. Word of the robbery reaches Arthur Case, founder of the bank, chairman, a powerful man with decades of influence. His reaction is immediate. Not panic, but concern. Focused concern. Not about the money, not about the hostages, but about one specific thing inside the bank. A safe deposit box. Arthur Case hires Madeline White, a fixer, elegant, intelligent, dangerously connected. Her job is simple: protect what's inside that box, whatever it takes. Inside the bank, Dalton Russell breaks into a safe deposit box. The box contains documents, old documents, from Nazi Germany, records that do not belong in a modern Manhattan bank. Evidence of something buried long ago. Russell studies them. He understands their value. Not monetary, but devastating. Madeline White makes her move. Using her influence, she contacts the mayor of New York. Within hours, she is introduced to Detective Frazier. She presents herself as a mediator, a problem solver. She persuades Frazier to let her speak directly with Dalton Russell. Surprisingly, Russell agrees. She is allowed inside the bank. Alone, their conversation is private, controlled, civil. Russell speaks calmly. He implies something extraordinary. Arthur Case, the respected banker, started his empire with money obtained through collaboration with the Nazis. Money paid in exchange for betrayal. Jewish lives sacrificed. Families destroyed. Fortunes stolen. White listens. She understands exactly how dangerous this information is. Negotiations continue. Frazier grows suspicious. He demands to see the hostages before allowing any robbers to leave. Russell agrees. He personally walks Frazier through the bank, room by room, hostage by hostage. Everyone looks the same. Everyone moves the same. Everyone breathes fear. As Frazier is being escorted out, something unexpected happens. Frazier attacks Russell. Suddenly, violently, he is restrained immediately by another robber. The tension spikes. Guns rise. Silence falls. Outside, Frazier explains himself. He says the attack was deliberate, a test. He wanted to see how Russell would react, and he draws a conclusion. Dalton Russell is not a killer. Russell does not want blood. This is not a massacre. That conclusion is tested almost immediately. A hostage execution is announced. The news spreads fast. Panic explodes outside. The police hear a gunshot. A body is dragged into view. Blood. Screaming. The situation shifts instantly. Emergency Services Unit is deployed. Heavily armed. Highly trained. They plan to storm the bank. But not with lethal force. Rubber bullets. The goal is to incapacitate everyone inside. Frazier reviews the plan. And then something clicks. Frazier realizes the robbers are listening. Not being listened to. Listening. A bug has been planted on the police. The robbers know everything. The assault. The timing. The strategy. It's too late to stop it. Inside the bank, the robbers act. Smoke grenades are detonated. Thick clouds flood the interior. Vision disappears. Confusion reigns. And within seconds, the robbers move. They exit the bank, not as criminals, but as hostages. Blended, hidden, indistinguishable. The bank is cleared. Everyone is detained. Everyone is questioned. But no one can tell who is who. Masks off. Coveralls off. Identities meaningless. A search of the bank begins. And the truth becomes even stranger. The weapons are fake. Plastic replicas. The hostage execution? Staged. Props. Fake blood. No one was harmed. No money is missing. No valuables taken. It appears that nothing was stolen. With no suspects. No crime. No evidence. Frazier's superior orders the case dropped. Officially, it's over. But Keith Frazier doesn't believe that. And he keeps digging. Keith Frazier does not let the case go. Even after the official order comes down. Even after the paperwork is filed and the scene is cleared, something about the robbery refuses to leave his mind. Because robberies do not end like this. No money taken. No suspects. No weapons. No mistakes. That is not failure. That is design. Frazier returns to the bank records. He starts at the beginning. The very beginning. The bank was founded in 1948. Every safe deposit box ever created has documentation. Every number logged. Every renter recorded. Except one. Safe deposit box number 392. It does not exist on any records. No name. No date. No signature. As if it was never meant to be found. Frazier applies for a warrant. He obtains legal permission to open box 392. Before he can act, Madeline White confronts him. She is calm, polite, but unmistakably threatening. She urges him to stop, to walk away. She implies that powerful people will suffer if he continues, and that some truths are better buried. During their conversation, Frazier plays a recording. a recording Madeline does not know exists. It is an incriminating conversation, one that took place earlier between herself, Fraser, and the mayor. Her words are clear, careful, damaging. She understands instantly. The leverage has shifted. Madeline White goes to Arthur Case. She confronts him. There is no denial, no anger, only resignation. Arthur Case admits the truth. The safe deposit box contained loose diamonds, and a Cartier diamond ring, a ring taken from a Jewish friend, a man he betrayed to the Nazis, a betrayal that led to death. Case built his empire on stolen lives, and he has carried that guilt in silence ever since. Meanwhile, the truth about Dalton Russell finally comes into focus. The opening monologue, the cell, the claim of the perfect robbery. It was not a confession. It was misdirection. Dalton Russell is not in a cell. He is inside the bank, hidden behind a fake wall, the wall the robbers built brick by brick. Inside the supply room, he has been there the entire time, eating, waiting, listening. A full week passes. No alarms, no searches, no suspicion. The bank returns to business. People walk past the wall without noticing it. Then, one day, Dalton Russell steps out. He breaks through the wall from behind. He emerges calmly, unseen, unnoticed. He carries with him the contents of safe deposit box 392, the documents, the diamonds, the ring. Russell walks out of the bank, right past the security desk, out the front door. Freedom achieved, not by escape, but by patience. Outside, he bumps into Keith Fraser. They collide, apologize, exchange brief words. Fraser does not recognize him. Russell walks on. He enters a waiting car. Inside are his conspirators. Some of them were questioned by police. All of them were released. The perfect robbery is complete. Back at the bank, Fraser opens safe deposit box 392. Inside, he finds a ring and a note written by Dalton Russell. 3 words: follow the ring. Fraser understands. He confronts Madeline White one final time. He urges her to contact the Office of War Crimes Issues at the State Department. Arthur Case must face consequences. History cannot remain buried. That night, at home, Fraser reaches into his pocket and finds a loose diamond. He realizes the truth. Dalton Russell slipped it into his pocket during their collision. A final message, a reward, or a reminder. Justice is complicated, but truth always finds a way out. The perfect robbery is complete. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking the video and subscribing if you enjoyed the content.